Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about an absolute multitude of ways to save money, guys. When you look at some of these ideas yourself, let me know in the comments down below if you do any of these. And again, we're going to look at about 22 ways to save money. And I'm hoping some of these ways can help you build a budget, guys. We've talked about the 50-30-20 rule, really sticking to that, really sticking to a budget. Now, number one, automatic transfers. This is one of the biggest things that I see when it comes to protecting your credit score, ensuring that your bills are paid. Automatic transfers are huge. Even if you're doing those automatic transfers to a savings account, to an investment account, making sure that it is kind of out of sight, out of mind is really the best way to do it. Even when you look at your weekly, bi-weekly, monthly paycheck, whatever it may be, when you look at 401k contributions, IRA contributions, things of that nature, it is really easy to go ahead and automate those transfers, kind of set it and forget it. Now, number two, count your coins and your bills. This is an interesting way if you are using physical money, which a lot of people still do, whether it is on your bank account, whether it is the physical money, you can move over a little bit of money. You can count your coins, save your bills. Actually having a physical part with money can make a big difference. Now, number three, and I love this one, guys, is prepping for grocery shopping. Stick to a list, make a list, stick to a list. I've always said this, guys, if you go to the grocery store and you're really hungry, impulse buying is going to be there. You're going to spend a lot more money than you normally would. Make sure you prep a list, make sure you know exactly what you're going to do. We actually use Google. We use Google Lists for all of our shopping lists. I only buy the things that are on the list. Looking for coupons, looking for discounts, looking for any cashback that you can get. There's also a multitude of institutions that offer cashback on grocery shopping, as much as 5 to 6% cash back on grocery stores. Again, make sure that you're maximizing the money by saving when you go to the grocery store. Number four, we talk about minimizing restaurant spending. This is a place, guys, where it's really easy to look at a menu and see exactly kind of breaking down, calculated what you can spend. Now, a lot of places, appetizers, you can split. Appetizers are expensive, especially when it comes to drinks and desserts. Those are the two items that can easily be skipped and usually rack up a very high restaurant bill if you are including those in there. Discounts on entertainment is number five. So when you look at military discounts, when you look at if you have any veterans discounts, if you have any elderly discounts, anything of that, a lot of places do have promotion codes. A lot of websites do have promotions on there. When you go to checkout, if they have a little box on there that says apply your promotion code here, you shouldn't check out unless you do have a promotion code. It is a great way to save some money when you go to check out. Number six, mapping out your major purchases, whether it is furniture, whether it is cars, electronics, making sure you're mapping it, making sure you can afford exactly what it is. Now, this is really one thing that I feel like a lot of people do not do is they will go out, they will splurge spend, they will buy new furniture, spend, $5, $10, $15, $20,000 on furniture, spend the next 3 to 5 years paying for it with a lot of interest that is accumulated into that furniture instead of saving money and actually finding out what is going to be affordable, keeping it within your budget with that monthly payment, and make sure again that you really do track what you're buying. Number seven gets into restricting the online shopping. This is something, guys, when it's late night, they make it super convenient to go online if you do need something that you might not need or that is, really a need versus a want. We've kind of broke that down before. Impulse buying are huge, especially when you are online. Now, one of the big things, number eight, delaying purchases with a 30-day rule. You could do it for 24 hours. You could do it for 48 hours, really seeing if you need it. When you're looking to impulse buy or when you're looking to purchase something, online shopping, walk away, think it over. Do you really need the item? Does it fall into the need category or the want category? And where does it really fit into your budget? Number nine, gift ideas, getting very creative. There are a lot of more sincere gifts that you can get that is not an exorbitant amount of money, and a lot of people actually love them a lot more when you take the time and effort, really plan out and map exactly what you're going to buy. If you're making an expensive purchase, just like we talked about, make sure that you're going through and you're really setting a budget for it. You know exactly how much you can afford to spend within there. Number 10, lowering your car cost. This is a really big thing, guys. When you look at refinancing your auto loan, lower interest rates elsewhere can be huge. The banking industry, the financial industry, the loan industry is very competitive when it comes to being able to give you a lower rate. There are a lot of programs which will guarantee you a lower rate, which in turn will guarantee saving money. Then you can set up the automation factor of it to make it super easy to go ahead and do. Number 11, reduce your gas usage. This is one thing, guys, pinching pennies, making sure you're making the most of it. when you look at gas station prices, they can vary greatly from the zip code you're in to the road that you're driving on. It is kind of crazy that you can see exactly where you can save. A lot of cars do have GPS where they will tell you where the cheapest gas is, how much it's going to cost when you get there, so you can kind of have everything up front. Number 12 goes into bundling. Now, the bundling has been a really big thing. For instance, we have Verizon. Verizon includes Disney Plus. It includes Hulu. It includes ESPN. There are a lot of bundle deals where if you are using a provider for a couple of different things, you can save on a lot of different bills, a lot of different things. Again, if you bundle or if you sign an agreement, whether it's a year, if it's 2, most of the cell phone providers, most of the internet providers will want some sort of contract with them if they're giving you the promotional pricing. Also, you can go and take a method that I used, and it is cutting the cord, guys. We were paying about $180 to Xfinity per month for our cable internet services. When we have children, that is something that we completely cut out. Now we just use a very small handful of streaming services, which works incredibly well. Kids don't know any different. They never grew up with regular TV anyways, which is kind of interesting. But in turn, where we swapped our streaming services for about $40 a month, cutting a $180 bill for that cable is huge, guys, when it comes to the overall cost savings. Now, switching your cell phone plan, this is another really big one. You can save nearly $100 per year per line, depending who you're with, guys. A lot of the bigger carriers offer a lot of discounts. They offer phone upgrades. They offer turn-ins, early trade-ins. They offer a lot of different things. There's a lot of different ways really shopping around to see where you can get a cell phone plan for considerably lower than what you're paying now. Number 14 gets into reducing your electric bill. This again is really big. Turning down the thermostat just a little bit can save on the gas, but turning off lights, energy efficiency, consider insulation for the home, power strips, efficiency appliances. Everything in here can save you literally hundreds of dollars a year. You might put out a little bit of money. First year, you might make it all back with the energy efficient. Even a lot of places do have tax deductions for upgrades for homes. So if you're making your home a little more energy efficient, whether roof, windows, insulation, things of that nature, a lot of places do offer a discount for that. Now, number 15 gets into lowering your student loan payments. This can be tied to your earnings. You can do income-based repayments. You can do deferments. You can look at refinancing them at a lower rate. There are a lot of different things you can do to student loans. Now, be really cautious with student loans. If you take your student loans and they're privatized, or if you take your student loans and you do refinances them, a lot of the student loan protection goes away with those, which is pretty sad to see, but you can lose a lot of benefit if you are changing the form of a student loan and it is no longer a student loan. Number 16, unnecessary subscriptions. It is said on average that United States that we are paying roughly $200 in subscriptions every single month per person, which is just absolutely mind-blowing to me. But when you look at a lot of things that you don't use, whether it is subscriptions to streaming services, whether it is gym memberships, I see a lot. Review your credit cards, review your bank statements, look at your activity. There are also a lot of different apps out there that will actually track when the reoccurring subscriptions are coming. They will even cancel them. Some of them do it for free, which is huge, to go ahead and get rid of some of those reoccurring subscriptions that you are no longer using. Number 17 gets into refinancing your mortgage. Now, this is something, again, you have to be very, very careful with, because even if you're getting a little bit of a lower rate, what is the cost the upfront cost of closing costs? How long is it going to take you to make back the cost when you do the refinance? So definitely check some mortgage calculators, talk to different lenders. Similar to what we talked about with cars, the mortgage industry is very, very competitive as well, meaning you can find usually a much lower product or service at another institution at a discount. That would love to see your business there. Number 18, we get into savings goals. This has got to be really two things: realistic, and it has to be consistent with the savings goals. So if you say, I want to save $5,000 in a month, and you make $2,000 a month, obviously that's not realistic. It is something that is not going to happen. But if you do generalizations where if you say, hey, I just want to save more money, hey, I want to pay off my credit card debt, chances are you're not going to stick to those. If you say, I want to pay off my credit card debt by putting $100 per month on that credit card above and beyond what my minimum payment is, you'll reach your goal much faster. Number 19 gets into tracking your spending. Again, through the budgeting method, through the apps, through everything. This is tried and true, proven. Tracking your spending works, guys. You can really identify places that you can save money, places that you're spending excessive money that really doesn't work, that you can make sure, again, that you track exactly where every penny goes. Number 20 gets off to high interest debt. This is something when it comes to credit cards, guys. The overall debt budget, the overall burden that you have with this is just absolutely game changing when you get rid of some of those high interest credit cards using the snowball method or the avalanche method. Depending, you can look, I have videos on those as well. You can check out and see exactly what is going to be most beneficial for you. And it is honestly just a complete revolution when you pay those off. It is really a game changing. Number 22 gets into high yield savings. Again, we did a video on this, making sure you're moving towards your financial goals. A lot of times when you have that emergency fund, putting it into something like a high yield savings is going to yield you a much bigger return, which again, if you're cutting your budget on one side, if you're cutting your spending on one side, and you're increasing the amount of money you're getting in return from some of the savings accounts and things of that nature, makes a big difference when you put the two of those together. Cutting out expenses and also saving more can be very fundamentally good for your financial budget. And the final one, guys, create a 50-30-20 budget. We have talked about this a lot. It is really one of the basics when it comes to money management. You should know where every single penny of your budget goes, and every single penny, whether it's needs, whether it's wants, whether it's debt repayment, whether it is investment, you need to make sure that you do specifically know where every penny goes that you do earn. So, all right, guys, so that'll do it for the list. Again, how to save money, 22 proven ways. This article is over on NerdWallet. I absolutely love NerdWallet. There's a couple other sites, Bankrate, CNBC. There's a lot of different sites that I get a ton of information, and I love presenting it to you. So, guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.